Good morning, good morning. Wow. 1 second, guys. 1 second. 1 second. Good morning, guys. What's good? It's your boy, Market MUFC fan, and you know what it is, guys. Smash those likes and subscribe. It's your morning update, daily Manchester United news, transfer market update. Guess what's up? I'm here, you're here. Let's get into this short preview. I'm gonna give you guys some information now, but let's start off with Erik ten Hag's pre-tour press conference, guys. I'm gonna do it a little differently this morning. I'm going to play that video for you guys to see what he's been saying. And then I'm going to get into some of the transfer opportunities. And after, and we're going to discuss what he's saying, guys. Get in. Smash those likes. It's your boy, Market MUFC fan, guys. Let's go.
And we'll go with ups and downs. And now we are very energized. We are a good dynamic, good spirit, looking forward, and we want to work and we want to win.
Erik, do you feel that this is the strongest you've been in position as Manchester? You have won a second trophy.
Sorry, was it unsettling to have to wait so long? It was unusual.
We are now in a new season. We left everything behind. We're looking forward. It's a great project, and also the process is nice. And we'll go with ups and downs. And now we are very energized. We are a good dynamic, good spirit, looking forward, and we want to work and we want to win.
Erik, do you feel that this is the strongest you've been in position as Manchester United manager, because you have won a second trophy, you've got the contract extension, there's a pledge of support to you from the new leadership team, but also they spent the summer looking at other options and decided that you were the best man for the job. So do you feel that you are in the strongest position since you've arrived at United?
I never think if I'm in a strong position or in a weak position. Probably you are right, but it's because you have to prove. When you have to take over a dressing room who didn't win in 6 years one trophy, and then you have to prove yourself. That's clear. But I don't think I'm strong or I'm weak. No, I want to collaborate. I want to work together. I can't do this alone. We have to collaborate very good with the players, but also with the staff, with the leadership, so with everyone. And then I'm sure when we have the right vision, and we have, that we will have even more success.
Hi, Erik. You ended last season on a high, beating Manchester City to win the FA Cup, and showed that you can beat the very best team, arguably, in Europe, certainly in England at the moment. But what is a realistic expectation for Manchester United fans for the coming season? Because I know in the interview you did with AD, I think you still said you were some way behind them. What can fans reasonably expect from the team next season?
So we proved we can beat the best team, and not only one time. but now we did it twice, but also the other games against them were very close. And you see that also in the data opportunity scores from winning. And also there was the game in the final as well. It was a deserved win, but also other games we could have won. And so, yeah, you are capable of it. But our challenge is to do it consistent. And that is what we have to work for.
Hi, Erik. You've obviously strengthened the squad with 2 players already, and I know you've spoken about the need for quality and quantity. Is there a specific number of signings that you want to have over the next 5 weeks?
No, I want just strong of the squad as strong as possible.
But do you think, I mean, obviously you salvaged the season with that great FA Cup win, but with the league form, the Champions League form, would there be a slight concern having a relatively similar squad to last season? Do you think there needs to be quite a lot of changes?
No, we already had very good two buys. And so when everyone is fit, we have a team who can beat everyone. But also the squad depth, we have to catch up. We know that because we had injuries, we are vulnerable. And we have to avoid this by first get less injuries, picking up less injuries. And second, our squad has to be that good in the depth. And of course, the quality we have, but in the depth, we have to catch up. And even more, because this will be a season, survival of the fittest.
Hi, Erik. Marcus had a disappointed season by his high standards last year. What gives you confidence that that will be a one-off, and how much do you think Ruud van Nistelrooy's addition to the staff will help him and the strikers?
Last point is clear, and that is a reason why he's here, but not only for the strikers. He's much more than this. But Rashford, he can only prove himself, and he is capable of it. He scores so many goals, and already on a relative young age, so many goals. So he's capable of it, and so I'm confident, and 100% believe he can do the same as 2 years ago.
Okay. Hi, Erik.
Hi.
Mason Mount had a really difficult season last season, obviously with loads of injuries, as did we have with so many other players. What's his best position, and what sort of attributes do you think he possesses, and how big of a season is this for him, and how are you looking to use him in our midfield?
You can't judge his season because he was injured, so don't judge him because he was injured. But when he's fit, he will be a very good player for us, and we can use him versatile. And you need in the squad, you need certain types you need in the squad. You need the leaders, you need the team players, you need individuals, multifunctional players, and definitely he is one of the players. He can play in several positions, and I'm sure he will help the team.
Hi, Erik.
Hi, Livet Rubalcaba, Fox Deportes. You're about to play in one of the biggest and most important stadiums here in the United States. And for most of the people attending, this will be the closest thing they'll get to experience a Premier League match. What does that mean to you to be able to bring that experience to all of them?
We are very pleased to be here to bring, I think, top Premier League football to LA. And I think for all the fans, it's a great opportunity, and we are not often so close because the season doesn't allow us to come over more often. But I think this is a great opportunity to watch two of the best teams in the world.
And lastly, just based on that, we're all expecting it to be a great match tomorrow. Are you guys taking it just as another friendly, or is there more in stake?
Oh, we are top spotters, and we want to win. We want to win every game, and especially when we play Arsenal. And when Arsenal, same approach they will have against us. So, it's a good test for both of them. But I'm sure both are very eager to win the game.
Hi, Erik. Can I ask you about the the new coach who's just been appointed, Andreas. Why the decision's been made? What qualities you expecting him to bring?
So when we assessed, let's also say when we did a review of the staff, we did some profiling, what we want to fill in, and what he will do. He will working in areas as individual development, in winning culture, and in set plays area. So that is his job, and I think we are very pleased with him in our team, and yeah, we're looking forward to have him here.
Erik, the football leadership team are over here in the main. It feels like a good opportunity to get to understand each other in working practices when you're all over here together. I just wondered if that's your impression so far, and how do you see it going from here on in?
Yeah, so far you see a new dynamic. You see a lot of energy in the team, and after a season ending in a high, that's again very good to see. And we want to gather more trophies, and that's therefore we are starting a footballer, and that is what we are aiming for this season.
Hi Erik, obviously we had a lot of injuries last season in Manchester United, particularly in the left back area. Obviously Luke Shaw and Marsielle had both quite big injuries last season. Is that an area that you feel like you need to reinforce with maybe a signing this summer?
And we're looking in all the positions to reinforce, but yeah, we need a plan in our squad to make that we assure ourselves that we always are occupied in the position. That's clear.
Hi Erik, I'm not expecting you to give away lots of secrets, but with regard to all the injuries you had last season, can you give us, you've obviously, well, hopefully analysed why it happened. Can you give one reason, one of the reasons why that happened, sort of 60 plus injuries? Because that's,
so many reasons, I think.
Can you give us one, please?
And again?
Just give us one then, please.
So the amount of games, the fixture list, the load on the players, the pressure on the players is so high. And we are not the only team with so many injuries. And there were across the Premier League, there were many teams with a lot of injuries. We were not even the worst. What we had, that was our bad luck. We had them all in the end of the season in the back four. And of course that cost us a lot of points. But yeah, the load and the pressure on players is so immense. And this season it's getting even worse because the new model, the new format in Europe.
So that's what I was going to ask you. Are you concerned it could happen again then? It could become a regular thing?
It will happen. I just mentioned it. It's the survival of the fittest. So one of the things so important in your structures that you cover that fitness part with medical, with performance, that you have to things right, but also the players they have to work in the right way because when the standards are so high, then if you have to fulfill them, it's only possible when you fulfill the highest standards. It's not only on game day, on every day.
Last two questions, James and then Chris. Erik, just following on from Jamie's question, is there anything in all the review of the medical stuff that you guys have looked at internally that you might need to change or improve going forward that you think are factors? And also just, you obviously talked about Rashford, two other players with something to prove next season are Anthony and Sancho. What are you expecting from those two players next year as well?
So we already made our decisions, and we appointed a new club doctor last season, and actually he started late in the season, but now he can start in a fresh and be in the lead, and we appointed a new head physio. So we made changes. So also there we changed strategies in medical and performance to improve. But I think that is normal in nowadays football. The developments are so fast, and every time you have to innovate. And if you want to be the best, you need also the best in those departments. I think for every individual, it's different. and no one has the same. No one has the same background, and but it's clear we want to win, and we need good players, and both of them are very good players.
Hi, Erik. You've made a very exciting signing in Yoro, and you've been linked with a couple more centre-backs too. How hopeful are you, and how important is it to get a second centre-back in this summer?
I think we are occupied, but we work continually, and I think the good thing we already signed 2 players, but I think it belongs to a club as Manchester United that you're always looking if the opportunity is there for better, and we still have time until the 31st of August.
A really
Guys, big up, big up. You know what it is. Let me hear your thoughts on this, and we'll get into some talks about, well, of course, there's a thumbnail and there's a Asllani there, an option that might be coming in from Liverpool, from Inter Milan, if we actually get into swap deal discussions in more advanced settings. Guys, sorry that my camera is off. I just needed to change something really quickly. Let me know if you're hearing me consistently well. I'm gonna turn it back on. Hopefully it's not doing that glitch thing. I don't know what's happening. I'm gonna have to check this out later on today. Now let's get into your thoughts on his comments, guys. What are you thinking? The positive attitude works for all. Big up to you, Matata United. Good morning, my brother. Yeah, I'm positive about, but it's, you don't need to be no fool. Big up to you, Joe Blackman, coming in. That's good, bro. Thank you. Thank you. What's going on with you guys? Brendan, what are your thoughts so far? And you're thinking the new coach is most likely Bracewood's idea and is due to Wilcox's experiences with the coach at Southampton. I think so as well. I also think it's a good opportunity for us. I think it's better than what we had. If you look at what we had before, guys, it was a really big problem because we weren't scoring any goals from set pieces. And, that took a lot away from our performances during games. And it's something that we definitely need to work on. So I think getting a coach that, who has done it at different clubs and has success, we're definitely going to improve. And that's going to mean that we're possibly going to be getting into better opportunities to scoring goals. And this will work well for us. This is how we need to be moving. And little steps, guys, little steps forward. I know we want all and everything fixed all at once, but guys, patience is key. Patience is key. You know what I mean? Because you know what? They're doing everything that we asked them to do, to be fair, my guys. So I'm just being honest, and I'm hoping that you guys could just look at it like this and think to yourselves, yeah, they're actually doing a lot of what we've been asking for so far. So it's going to be interesting to be moving forward. You know what I mean? He's talking about the injuries. He's talking about the possibilities of more injuries this season. And guys, the new format of Europe that makes the European League and the UCL a league format is going to be difficult and long for us. Yeah, Dark Row, maybe next summer, you never know. It might be an Africa tour for preseason for a lot of clubs. Hopefully that's the case. I will be looking forward to that myself, my brother. Actually, Manu Tata, I was positive, my bro. I was positive, bro, 100%. You know that I was. So it's one of those things where I was certainly positive, but I don't know about a lot of you if you were positive doing that. It's going to be interesting to see how it goes. Bro, you're not in sync though, looking at, oh man. I don't know what's happening with this thing, bro. Brentford went from 12% success from set pieces to 9, and Arsenal went from 10 to 7. And that's an interesting stat. You know what I mean, Brendan? That's a very interesting stat. You understand what I'm saying? And I think this is positive news because if we go from 0 or 0.1% that we have right now to 10%, that would be amazing statistics, bro. Because we average something like 6 to 10 corners per game. So 10% of that means we're gonna score some goals, at least a goal or at least a very, very good chance. And that's gonna be very, very productive for us going forward, bro. Yeah, I know I'm exceptional and I know I'm positive, but at the same time, bro, like, you can't always think. I know performances are bad with players. I've played sports before. I've watched a lot of sports, and players could be looking fit right in the warm-up, and as they step on the field and kick a ball, they get injured. And these things you can't control. Especially sometimes it's just the wear and tear on the body. You know what I mean, guys? So when you ask how do a player get injured, it's not really how. Sometimes it's a matter of just when. And when a player doesn't get injured, it means that that person has been taking such good care of themselves that they're doing an exceptional job. And to be honest, guys, we definitely need backup. I've been telling you guys, we've been talking about this. We need backup for every position. We need to make sure the bench is as strong as our starting 11. And this is going to be important and key for our progression going forward. And as you can see, the manager is thinking the same thing. He's like, we have some good players, but we need a squad. We are lagging behind in squad depth. And that's the most interesting point. And guys, I'm telling you, when the manager is talking like this, you know what the club is going to do, and you know what Ineos, and you can tell they're currently doing it. They're trying to bolster our squad depth. Always THDL, broski. Big up to you, what Wizard coming in. United had Cavani and CR7 and couldn't cross the ball to them. This club is allergic to set pieces. I think it's more of the players who are responsible for doing that with a problem than actually the tactics, in my bro. Sometimes players make the wrong decisions, and you know, we often blame the tactics for players making poor choices. I think it's something that we have to 50-50. The tactics can't only be the problem, guys. The person executing the tactics also has to bear responsibility for their actions. Maybe the training pitches at Carrington are the reason for the injuries. That could be a definite possibility because we had a terrible quality in the training pitches last summer. So you know the 50 million investment into Carrington is underway. Hopefully that improves everything and makes it much better. I think it's, you know, let's say it's a all encompassing situation, you know, with the fact that the players were playing a lot of football, our pitches weren't that great, our medical staff wasn't that good, and we were raising the intensity to get these boys to be playing a much more higher level of football. It's going to be interesting to see how we move on. But guys, let's get into the show, guys, because, you know, that's just a little thing. Let's look at this new set piece coach, Andreas Georgson. You know, it's going to be interesting. The Swede coming in. Heard that he's done a great job wherever he goes. In my honest opinion, the best I've heard of him was at Malmo, where I heard Malmo was one of the top set piece scoring teams in Europe at the time. And I'm thinking it's going to be very interesting to have this guy into the scene. He's a very good performer. You know what I mean? I think it's better than what we had before. It's definitely going to improve us, guys. What are your thoughts on Andreas Georgson? Let's read through this article and give you guys a little bit of his profile. Lillestrøm manager Andreas Georgson is set to leave his current role to join Manchester United as part of Erik ten Hag's backroom staff. Georgson becomes a coach at United after just 8 months in charge of Lillestrøm and is confirmed by ManUnited.com. He leaves the Norwegian side 8th in the Eliteserien. Their next fixture takes place on Sunday, but their search for a new manager begins now. Reports in Norway suggested that United will pay around £280,000 to release Georgson from his contract. The Swedish coach previously held a role as set-piece coach at Southampton, where he was appointed by Jason Wilcox, who has reportedly recommended him for the role at United. He also worked at Brentford under Thomas Frank and Arsenal under Mikel Arteta. And as you know, this is why Brendan has shared those stats before. Brendan, thank you so much for bringing the context for everyone in the chat, my brother. You are 100% a real one, my G. You know what I mean? And if you look at their success rate on corners from when he was there to when he left, I'm pretty sure you could understand that there is definitely some impact of this guy and his quality. Look at that, from 12% to 9%, from 10% to that's a 3% drop. That's almost 25% clinicality wiped away when this guy walked out of their club. And I know I'm making it sound a little bit better than it is, but to be fair, guys, you know what I mean? We gotta be positive. And I know some of you might not like that, but right now, every little improvement counts at Manchester United, and it's gonna work for us in the long run. You know what I mean? So with Rennie Hacker, this guy as well, you know, coming in, it's gonna be very interesting, guys, to see how we perform. I think it's gonna improve the general level of the squad. You know what I mean? But on to the bigger news, guys. You know, the news that everyone was waiting for. I was talking to you guys about this all week. I have been saying to you guys, you know, it's definitely something we're going to do. We've been looking into these deals. You know, we are waiting on these players. You know, and I know there are reports coming in that Real Madrid is in for Matthias de Ligt, but let's not forget, guys, that Matthias de Ligt has already agreed terms with Manchester United. Not only that, he has given priority to Manchester United as well as Mazraoui. It's going to be very interesting. Manchester United are in constant talks with their agent, as you can see her there, Rafael Canella, and she is one of those, the power agents that, you know, inherited Riola's squad, you know, his client list. So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes, guys. A bigger squad is only good for a manager who doesn't have a fixed lineup for every game and changes his lineup according to the opposition of the way of playing. Well, Manu Tata, I think that's the type of player manager Erik ten Hag is, to be fair. If he has the squad available, he will make rotations. And I think that's why. Wasn't Brendan. Okay. Oh, that's it. Whoa, nah, Brendan. Oh, man. I read that totally wrong. Crash. Almac is coming in. Can United ever dethrone City when they're just as professional and they have unlimited money? United will never have equal money. Newcastle is also ascending with Saudi money. Well, let's be real, my guy. I know everyone thinks that money is going to buy you the best players, but sometimes you make gems. I mean, look at Kobe Mainu. You know what I mean? Are you going to say Phil Foden is as good? I would say Phil Foden has the level of talent and ability, but he has, you know, he has only started showing it last season. This is after 4 years in the Premier League. I would say that, you know, it's a little bit of a drop-off still to be had. And you might call me a little bit weird for saying it like that, but I think Kobe Mainu is a gem and is a one-of-a-kind talent. You know what I mean? I think he's showing a maturity higher than the level of Phil Foden, because Kobe Mainu isn't only able to fit in Man United's team, he was able to fit in the England team and perform at highest levels and improve the players around him. And, you know, I can't say the same for Phil Foden. He was the Premier League Player of the Year for Man City, but he had no effect or impact for England this summer. He was the worst player on the pitch. Well, if you add the likes of Harry Kane next to him, then it's going to be very interesting, guys, to see how we perform. I think we will definitely dethrone City. I think we will definitely be improving. We have the largest fan base, and the money that we make, you know, is 90 out of odd times. We're making more money than every other club in the world per season, my guy. And if we start winning, I think the money that we're making will probably triple, because there are probably at least 200 or 300 million fans who are protesting the Glazers. So the majority of the fan base probably aren't supporting monetarily at this moment. So if we could start winning, their monetary support will come in. And that will definitely double or triple the money that we are currently making, guys. So I see that this is not an issue. We have the fan base. We have everything naturally to be one of the most powerful clubs in world football anytime, anywhere, guys. Wizard is coming in. ETH needs not contradict himself with injuries and no rotation. Yo, but we had too many injuries last season to have rotation, bro. Who you wanted to play? The youths on the bench, bro? You know what I mean? He can't complain about the CEO and the owners that were there last season. They already got fired as well. You know what I mean? He will sort it out. It will be fine. Trust me. He's getting a squad that he could trust. And for some managers, if they don't trust players, they don't play them. And that's normal for any club, bro. It's not just Erik ten Hag. Something data. It's not about money. It's what you do with the money. 100%, Brendan. 100%. The last gem was Mason Greenwood, bro. I don't know why you're asking that question. You should know that. You know what I mean? There's still not a winger at Manchester United as good as Mason Greenwood. There's not a winger in England as good as Mason Greenwood. Let's be real. You know, people are kidding themselves. The guy's talent is unmatched. He's generational. Have you seen Saka's body shape when he takes on a man on the wing compared to wingers like the likes of, you know, who should I say? Nico Williams. Look at his body language. He looks like he's going to dribble any opponent that meets him one-on-one. You don't get that feeling from Saka, bro. He looks like a midfielder playing on the wing. Mason Greenwood can go left or right. He's left or right-footed. It's going to be a mate. But you know what? He's at Marseille. So that's a talent we sold. We will make 50% profit on him in the future because I'm pretty sure he's going to go to a bigger club for a big fee sometime, some years from now. Let's see how that goes. But there's more talent in the club. The club is producing a lot of talent. Our under 18s just won a treble, guys. It's going to be a lot. No, Foden doesn't play at a more difficult position, bro. Foden is pushing our entire team out of position because he should just be playing on the wing. He's not a 10. A lot of fans, I don't know why their impression of Phil Foden is that he's a 10. He's never really played in the 10. He plays his best football off of the wing. When he's playing and when Man City has their strongest 11, he is on the wing. Even Alvarez was pushing him out of the 10 onto the wing this season. And when KDB is in the squad, he's on the wing. He's not a 10. But fans want to put that square peg in a round hole and then say that, let's be hipster. Phil Foden is not a 10, guys. Let's be real about life. He's a winger. That's as best as it is for him. And he needs to do better to hold that position down because he can't even take it from Saka. Let's be real. And I would say Cole Palmer is a better option than him in the starting 11. Big up, Coing Nixon come in, makers and respect Trini to the bone. Big up, 100%, my brother, 100%. Yeah, we sold him. Anthony was not his replacement. Almac, don't even try to make that rubbish comment, bro. That's a howler from you, my buddy. Anthony was not his replacement. Bro, Marcus Rashford can't even replace Greenwood. Are you really going to make Anthony Greenwood's replacement? Greenwood was set to return to the squad last summer with the squad willing and the manager want him back. If some of the fan base didn't protest him out, he'd probably be here. For what it's worth, whatever decisions was made by the club, it's the decisions made. So we don't need to revisit that situation. At the end of the day, I think Anthony came in as a Sancho replacement. It was more likely that's the case, bro. You know what I mean? So in my honest opinion, that's what it was. But let's move on, guys, because like you guys were saying, that we are facing some competition in this moment for De Ligt from Bayern Munich Giants. But I can tell you guys, he's very much focused on joining Ten Hag and Manchester United. It's going to be interesting to see how this deal progresses. We know we're in contact with the agent. She's also the agent of Mazraoui. We're in talks today. We're trying to wrap these two deals up before the end of our US tour because they want to make a splash. There's also a third player in the running. And as you know, I told you guys, Manchester United are waiting for Manuel Ugarte. Manuel Ugarte is definitely going to be a Manchester United player, guys. But there's also a third option. We've been hearing some reports that Manchester United want to bring in two midfielders, not just one. And guys, I'm going to report on this because it's really interesting to see this option. I think my friend Mo from Footy Judge Mo is going to hate us for this one. But if Wan Bissaka does go to Inter Milan and not to West Ham, I think this is where the swap is going to go. We're going to be going for that young player who was playing in the tournament this summer. You know what I mean? He had a really good performance for Albania, and it's a 22-year-old midfielder, a box-to-box 8, who can come in and provide that backup for Kobe Mainoo and give him a challenge, you know what I mean, and provide the squad depth. And I can tell you guys, he looks an exciting player. He was one of the hungriest players I saw at the Euros this summer. And I know a lot of people might say, don't scout of the Euros. But being realistic, guys, we have usually, back in history, scouted most of our players from world national tournaments. That's just how football worked. And we saw his performance. Manchester United are interested in signing a new defensive midfielder this summer, and they have been linked to multiple names over the past few weeks. Paris Saint-Germain, Manuel Ugarte appears to be the priority target for the club. The £59 million valuation is a stumbling block, but as I reported to you guys last night, that stumbling block is about to fall over. With the advent of the PSG landing Joao Neves, the price for Manuel Ugarte is set to plummet somewhere in the region of £42 million, which is ideally what Manchester United are willing to pay for the player. Now, I know Youssef Fofana has been identified as a possible alternative, but he's more of a box-to-box 8. And in the Inter Live now claim that the Red Devils are keen on signing Christian Asllani from Inter Milan. It was recently reported that United are considering a swap deal involving Wan Bissaka and Denzel Dumfries, but Inter are not interested in that possibility. However, the Nerazzurri could be open to a similar deal for Asllani. Wan Bissaka has clear intention to join the Italian club after turning West Ham down. United are eyeing a shock move for the Albanian ace. Wan Bissaka has entered his final contract, guys, as you know, and thereby United are not willing to give him a new contract, so we're trying to offload him as soon as possible. The move has made complex due to Wan Bissaka's insistence on joining the Italian champions. Dumfries has been linked with the Red Devils for some time, but Inter preferred to keep him unless there's a significant transfer offer on the table in the coming weeks. Hence, United may have to look for an alternative. Asllani has emerged as a target and he could be signed in a straight swap deal for Wan Bissaka in the near future. The 22-year-old played only 772 minutes of Serie A football last term, but he had an impressive passing accuracy of 93% accuracy, winning almost 60% of his duels. The youngster also impressed with his long ball success rate at 72%. Asllani has been a key player in Albania's midfield. He could now become a surprise signing for Manchester United. Guys, what are your thoughts in the comments? Let me know what you're thinking. Hopefully, it's going to be a very interesting deal that is to be done. And guys, get in. Let me know how you feel about the possibility of getting Asllani in. Well, I have looked at De Ligt's injury record, Almac, but to me, it's not that big of a deal. You know, when you look at the injury record, most of it was for like 2 days, 3 days. You know what I mean? It was only like 4 times last season, to be fair. So that's it. That's interesting. That's more fit than Luke Shaw. I don't hear anyone saying we should be looking at Luke Shaw's injury record, you know, and looking to replace him right now, which I think is something that we definitely should be doing because the guy has played less games for Manchester United than Anthony Martial. And Anthony Martial was on loan for 1 year at Sevilla, having a break in Spain, as well as he only was at United for 9 seasons. I mean, next season is going to be Shaw's 11th season at Manchester United, guys. It's very interesting. You know what I mean? So I understand your fears about De Ligt, but I think De Ligt is going to be fit and ready. And he's not going to be starting every single game. He's going to be rotated with Leny Yoro. So I think it's going to be an interesting situation to be looking at, guys. You know, we need to look a little bit more positive, a little bit more objectively at the situation currently. There has been changes to the way we've been doing things, guys. So, you know, I understand remembering what we did previously, but the new regime is here. And the only reason I'm also backing this situation is because I've been seeing the things that they're doing. So I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt that they're going to do a better job. But guys, I need to stop and ask you one question. Have you hit the like button, guys? Smash the like button, please. You know, it helps the channel grow, guys. And I have to ask you for this favor so you can help me out because it's going to spread the channel around. You know, if you give the channel a share and a like, you know, it pushes the channel and suggests the channel to another possible football fan and Manchester United fan, someone who might become a new family member of the community. And it will be interesting, guys, if you know you could help it grow. I'm on the road to 1K. Smash a like and help me get there, guys. Every little like counts. Every share matters. And I would be so grateful for that. But thank you so much. Wizard is coming in. Maguire, Evans, Euro, Martinez, Lindelof. That's a messed up wage structure. The transfer market is messed up. Well, you know, we can't, you know, I don't think we was going to be able to fix every single problem we had before they came in. I was always thinking it's going to be a difficult situation to get as many players out that we all as fans wanted to get out this summer. I think 9 players was sort of unrealistic. 12 players was even more unrealistic. But, you know, we have to see what they do and how they operate. If we could get 5, 6 maybe out, that's an amazing job while bringing in 5 to 6 players as well. I think that exceeds my expectation for the operations that we had this summer. I've never seen United, you know, do deals on outgoings, do deals on incomings, multiple deals at the same time. So it's really interesting how we're operating in this moment. Big up, big up. Yeah, big up to you, Roberto Antonio. I hope you're well on this Saturday morning. You know what I mean? The weather is not so good here. It's kind of slushed, but it's gonna. Hopefully, it gets better a little bit later on. You know what I'm saying? Can the Jonos start writing midfielders to pass to? It's been years waiting for midfielders to pass to. I mean, you know how it is, bro. Cohen Nixon is coming in. Big up to you, my Trini brethren. The lid been used and abused and close to label of failure being at big clubs at Why would you say he's a failure, bro? Let me ask you a question, Cohen. If you play in two different leagues and you're in team of the season in both leagues, then how could you be a failure, bro? His first season at Juventus, he was in team of the season. His first season in Bayern, he was in team of the season. He was in team of the season when he came from Ajax. This is a guy who plays good football. Now I can explain why he was not playing for Bayern last season because I'm living in Germany, bro. I've been watching the Bundesliga all season. I can tell you it's mostly because Thomas Tuchel does not like him as a player. Thomas Tuchel does not play a high line. Thomas Tuchel plays a mid block, a low block. That's not where De Ligt thrives, my brother. You know what I mean? He did provide some of their best performances this season in most of the games that they win because he did play 20 games this season. But last season, the 2 years before, in his last season at Juventus, he had an injury. So I could understand why, you get the injury-prone situation because he had most of his injuries while at Juventus. So it's going to be interesting. I think he's a very good player. I think he's going to provide that experience in playing the high line that we all want. I mean, he grew up at Ajax playing a high line. So he's going to be the most experienced defender besides Lissandro in playing that high line. So I think it improves us, guys. You know what I mean? He is a quality defender. He's decent paced. He makes good crunching tackles. He's strong and physical. I think he has all the right attributes. Yeah, so it's just one of my things. Shaw got injured at Man United. We didn't buy an injured Shaw. That is true, but at the same time, we've been playing an injured Shaw for a decade, right? So make it make sense, bro. Not buying an injured Shaw and playing an injured Shaw for a decade, it's kind of like the same thing at the same time. Because at some point you have to replace him, bro. This is the hope that kills. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not trying to bag on Marcus Rashford, guys, but he's been at Man United for 9 seasons now. He's had 2 good 3-month period, bro. That's a good 6 months in 9 years. You know what I mean? And both times, it just so happens that this contract was up for negotiation those seasons. So for me, I'm looking at a little bit of more suspect than anything else. You know what I mean? I mean, we talk about academy graduates and Mank and all this thing, and he's the poster boy, but Scott McTominay shows more love for Manchester United than Marcus Rashford on average day. He gives 100% week in, week out, and he does not have the ability or the mechanics. You know what I mean? I just wish we could have taken Scott's brain and put it in Rashford's body. He would have been world class without a doubt. 100%. He probably would have been scoring 30, 40 goals every season. You know what I mean? That's the difference in determination, drive, and mentality, guys. Yeah, it's Brendan, bro. Brendan is always here, bro. Big up to Brendan. Well, I've been hearing some reports that the new regime is open to hearing offers for Mason Mount. Those reports aren't going away. So I'm starting to think that Mason Mount was more of a shirt seller signing than actually a signing that Ten Hag wanted and had plans for. I think he probably had liked Mason Mount in the past, but it probably wasn't the case. And maybe a lot of fans might say Erik Ten Hag was there, he called him, but these are things the manager has to do. That he has to call players whether he wants them or not. And at any club, there are some players that are suggested and are bought, and it's not always due to what the manager wants or his design. And at Man United, we've had a bad history of buying players to sell shirts. Now, Mason Mount is also a talented player. I don't really rate him, to be honest, but I'm hoping he could prove me wrong, because if he proves me wrong, it works out in the best interest of Manchester United. So hopefully he proves me wrong. I would hope that they remove the 7 off his back this season. You know what I mean? Probably retire the 7 this season until next season, because I think that guy is an embarrassment wearing the number 7, in my honest opinion. A bench warming number 7. That's insane. That's insane. You know what I mean? Yeah, he said that he's labeled a failure. Well, I wouldn't label him that. I don't think anyone thinks he's that, especially Bayern Munich fans, when there's almost 250,000 people on a petition signing for Bayern Munich fans saying they don't want the Ligt to be sold. So I don't think the fan base would want a player sold who's a failure, right? That's just my honest opinion. Big up to you, Palms, coming in. Thank you so much for getting in, my brother. Big up to you. Big up to you. Not the same thing. Well, maybe, but in a way, it's like I don't think he was labeled a failure. I think that's some people who dislike the player, in my honest opinion. Luman is coming in. Joe, same brethren who forced you. Luman. You wouldn't buy damaged goods in the shops, but understand that goods get damaged because of usage. I understand that at the same time. And in my honest opinion, I would say it like this. I don't think De Ligt is damaged goods in the sense that he's had a major injury that kind of like what Luke Shaw had while at United. Now I think he's had some injuries, but I think those injuries are recoverable. I think those injuries are manageable in the sense that you can the player can have a training regimen that kind of rids him from experiencing that problem consistently. So I think that's where I look at De Ligt as not being an injury prone player. People call Martinez an injury-prone player, bro. And Martinez, a man literally fell on his leg, bent it into the wrong direction, and we're saying Martinez is injury-prone when we've seen that someone just threw their entire body weight on the guy in an awkward position, thereby injuring him. You know what I'm saying? So it's different. It's different. The definition of injury-prone for me is so broad spectrum, and I think it's used a little bit too lightly. Big up to you, Wizard, coming in. De Ligt is in the worst generation, 30 to 23 years. Ja, bro. I think that was a mistake by Bayern, but I don't know. I can't fight you on that, bro. Wagwan KD. Big up to you, my bro. Big up, broski. Good news coming in this morning, guys. We're waiting on Ugarte. We're waiting. The price is set to fall somewhere in the region of 42 million pounds. We're definitely in talks with Rafaela Pinella to get De Ligt and Mazraoui over the line. United are pushing to get these deals done over this weekend. I'm hoping for us to get a here we go, all terms agreed. Players on their way for medicals, hopefully by Sunday. Guys, I will be back later on. Of course, I will be back later on to bring you guys, the preview to Manchester United versus Arsenal, which is at, I don't know if you're guys in the UK, but if you're CET, it's going to be 2 a.m. CET, 1 a.m. UK time. I will confirm the timing, but I'll be back at 1:30 p.m. UK. If not, I will be back at 3 p.m. UK, bringing you, a little update and a preview to the Manchester United versus Arsenal, what the possible starting lineup looks like. I'll bring some clips of the training tour as well. I hope you guys had an interesting morning show. I think this show was a little bit more freestyle. I was having a little bit of issues as well. But I wanted to bring to you the video of, Erik ten Hag. So those of you who missed it, his press conference is at the beginning of this video. You can go catch it in and watch it. Let me know what you think of his comments. Leave those comments on the community page, or you can drop it at the bottom of this video. Let us know your thoughts. We are in for Asllani in a swap deal with Wan Bissaka after he refused West Ham. So let's see if we can get this deal done. And if you guys don't know who Asllani is, this is the young defensive midfielder /8 who was playing for Albania in the Euros. He's had a really, really good tournament. He's had some good moments in the Serie A as well, but it's one of those things we're signing on more potential than actual, winning what he's won. Big up to you guys for helping me so much in the last couple of weeks. All your support. Thank you so much, each and every one of you guys. You are the legends, and I could not do this without you. I'm 5 more subscribers to 500 subs. Let's get there today, guys. The road to 1K is on. Let's go. Guys, come on, smash this likes. I see it's 30 of you guys watching. Please get in, smash the likes, help the channel grow. Every single like shares the channel around to another viewer, possible interesting football fan who might be a Manchester United fan as well. Please, guys, if you're in here, smash a like on your way out, please. smash the likes early. I was hoping let's get to 20 to 25 likes. At least there was 30 of you in here. Now there's 27. Big up to you guys coming in. Big up to all of you. Yeah, that's what I meant. Back with Ten Hag at United. If he can cut the mustard like Donny van de Beek, his big player status is over. 100%, 100%. You consider... Oh, wow. Guys, calm down, bro. Let's watch Rashford in a stable setup and make a final judgment. I believe just like managers came and failed under the Glazers, players do too. We may yet see everyone perform better now. And, KD, this is what I'm saying. Like, as much as I'm mad at some of these players and I'm upset with some of their performance, I would always say Marcus Rashford has all the talent and mechanics to be one of the top players in football. He just has not executed or expressed himself right, or been consistent at it. So... And this is the way I look at most of the players in our squad. Like Anthony, for example, I think he was having a real bad time last season mentally and was unable to really and truly carry himself to the level that he wanted to be. So in my honest opinion, I think that we could be looking for at least a 50% or 25 to 30% improvement in performance of all the players across the squad next season. Not only just because of the new coaching staff, but because the new environment is more positive. They had a brand new facility that was built for the women's team last summer. So, I think all of that is going to improve the way they perform, is naturally, subconsciously give them a little boost. You know what I mean? Minimal and marginal gains, like Sir Dave Brilford say. Big up to you, Mohan Tips. Love from Nepal. Big up my bro. What's good? What's good? You know what I mean? Yeah, I know. I had to bring Shaw into the... I had to just compare it, bro, because in my honest opinion, you players could get damaged and stuff, but it's not all injuries are career enders. You know what I mean? Not all injuries mean a player's injury prone. Sometimes it's just an injury. It just happens. Bro, to be honest, if we can get Asllani or maybe a cheap price for Richard Rios and get Ugarte, I wouldn't mind not getting Amrabat back, bro. I'm being really honest on that. I actually wouldn't mind that, to be fair. You know what I mean? But if we can't, then I'd take him back, bro. To be honest, I think he's an option, but not really my first choice. ETH went for Mount. Meanwhile, Vivell got Palmer to Chelsea. Mount has... Nah, bro. That's not true. Let's not even go there, bro. I know Erik Ten Hag wanted Xavi Simons last summer for sure, and then we ended up buying Mason Mount. Elite baller. Wizard, did you think City would sell Palmer to MUFC? I don't think that either. Big up to you guys. Big up, guys. Guys, I will definitely be back, right, at around 2-3 p.m. UK time to bring you the match preview and all the information about the team for the preseason game versus Arsenal tonight. And guys, if anything breaks between now and then, which I'm hoping we get some, all terms agreed announcements today, I will be live to bring you the updates. Thank you so much to all of you guys. Big up to you, Elite Baller, for coming in. Thank you so much for joining the stream, bro. Smash a like and subscribe. Big up to you, Craig Parker. The basic that should come from the players is effort. You don't put the effort in, the fans will be on your back. 100%, Craig Palmer. I will agree with that on 100%. Money is everything. What do you mean by that, bro? I don't know what you mean by that, bro. Let me know. Explain. You know what I mean? Big up to you, Coring Nixon, for coming in. Hopefully, I will see you in the next stream as well. Smash a like and subscribe. Share the channel around, guys. Help it grow. Help it grow. And if you want to come in on a stream during the watch along, I would definitely be dropping the links and inviting anyone who wants to come in and give their comments as well. We can't start the season with Casemiro in that hole. Ugarte and Fofana is needed more. Speed, youth, and physicality. 100% could agree with that. 100%. Big up to everyone coming in. That's a good point. There were 3 players with off-the-field issues last season, and many games were messed up. 100%. It's going to be interesting to see how it goes. Like, guys, I know there's a lot of things coming in last season. I know we had a bad performance across the board. I know, but, that was so existential, guys. It's so random. Those kind of things don't happen in a row. It's like lightning striking the same place twice. You could never really predict that happening. You know what I mean? Ugarte, we are waiting on him. PSG is about to sign Joao Neves, and that domino is going to lead Ugarte to United for a lesser fee. So we're currently in talks with his agent as well. George Mendes wants the move, and there's also a shock possibility that we might be getting. Oh, I forgot to tell you, we might be getting Antonio Silva for £42 million, but I don't know how that deal is going to work. That is solely being driven by George Mendes. So currently, George Mendes is trying to force Benfica into selling us Antonio Silva. So let's see how that goes as well. But thanks for asking that question, Najma. I mean, that made me remember that same thing about Antonio Silva, to be fair. Yeah, bro. I don't think so, Luman. You know what I mean? I'm going to be honest with you. Even though I'm mad at him getting 375K, bro, yeah, like I'm not taking mental health from no one. And if they claim their mental health, I give them their full respect, regardless of what it is. I think players shouldn't be abused. Of course, you could criticize a player how you want, but I think sometimes we do take it a little bit too much over the top. You know what I mean? But at the same time, yeah. Big up to you guys coming in. Thank you so much for joining me this morning, guys. I am really appreciative for all your support over these past few weeks, and I hope to get more of it going into the future as I expand the wealth and the breadth of the streams that I'm doing, the quality or the content in the streams I'm doing this season. I'm going to be providing more updates on the Man United women's team as well for those who are interested. I'm also going to be providing lots of updates on the youth academy as well this season. And as much as I can, I will be doing watch-alongs for all of the teams. So, guys, thank you so much for joining me this morning. It's been your boy, Mark and MUFC fan. Big up to all of you coming in. Stephanie Griffith, big up to you, Luman. Big up to you, Lead Baller. Big up to you, Joe Blackman. Big up to you, KD. Big up to you, Luman. Big up to you, Manu Tata. Matata United. Big up to you, Craig Parker. Big up to you, Cohen Nixon. Big up to you, Brendan Chappelle. Big up to you, Al Mack. You know what I mean? I hope you guys have a great day. Big up to you, Randan. What's good, Randan Lewis? I know you was here earlier, bro. Big up to you, Dark Crow. And I will be seeing you guys a bit later. Guys, come in, smash a like, leave the comments. If you guys have time, check out the community page, join the FPL. I'm working on a little something. I might be able to have a giveaway for the FPL later on in the season. So I will be announcing that in the next week or so. So guys, smash a like, subscribe. Welcome to the channel. This is our community. Let's grow this together. And I know sometimes I have some reckless takes, guys, but trust me, guys, it's all in being a fan. And you can't be serious all the time, right? You got to make some jokes and have funny in life, right? You got to smile. Every day is a good day just to be alive, in my opinion. It's owed to no one. Sometimes you could go to sleep and you might not wake up. So I'm pretty sure you should be thankful for every day. And big up to all of you guys coming in. Man United all the way. Let's smash the Arsenal tomorrow, guys. And I will catch you guys later.